Looking down the start line now for the Open Men's Surf Race. Look at this crowd. They are jam-packed into Kurrawa. They've been here for the last 3 days. Even the Masters turnout was massive on Wednesday of this week. And here's the lineup for the Open Men's Surf Race. Again, we talk about just such a lineup of talent. A lot of them, a lot of the faces you're familiar with, some you've never heard of before. And of course, some of them will be in the Ironman final. Craig Riddington is a name I look at there from Manly. First time we've seen him at these championships, basically retired now. Looks after Kai Hurst, coaching him. But isn't it good to see Riddo back having a swim?
Great to see him, and believe me, he'll enjoy this. He'll enjoy these conditions. Whether he's got the speed to keep up with these guys once they get to the Cairns might be a different situation. My pick, if I'm going to hang my hat on anyone, Mark Williams from Northcliffe. I think he's in great shape. He's not doing the Ironman. He's concentrating on this. 308 nominations down to 45.
Yeah, look at this. Look at the colours. Caps from all around Australia. I see City of Perth there, the white with the red and black. Alexandra Headlands. I mean, it's just terrific to see such a lineup of clubs being represented from all parts of this country. Here they go over the bank. They start the wading, all into the deep water now. And the waves, of course, have been crashing down on this bank right throughout the week. We've had massive conditions earlier in the week. The boaties and ski and board people really had a lot of damage to their craft. We've seen some courageous rows and swims and paddles in some very big surf. It's basically changed every day. Here we are now down to the final.
Yep, changes every day, but they're all competing in the same conditions. The place to be, in my view, I think is probably up here. And you'll see when these guys get there that some of them will stand up on the bank. These guys down here will potentially keep swimming. They're all going to there, and they've got to run that line of Cairns. Now, I mentioned before about the V. In this V, it'll be the same thing, except it'll be like that. It won't be what the girls was, which was like that. And the reason being, these guys just swim faster, so it's a lot harder to get out in front.
Well, already out there is the likes of Dean Peters, who's a 92 Olympian. There he is there. He's got a pretty good swimming stroke, as you could imagine, going to the Olympic Games. But can Daniel McClellan do what his little sister just did? And that is finishing the medals.
Yeah, well, he'll give it a shot. I mean, he's one of the gutsiest little competitors that ever puts on a cap. He wears the Cronulla colours. And as I've said so many times, he's a wonderful character. You know, win, lose or draw, he enjoys himself.
He is one of the characters, Daniel. Now, my tip, I'm pleased to say, is in front. Mark Williams. Certainly looks to me to be Mark Williams of Northcliffe. Again, they have spread out like this because all you can do in these choppy conditions when the waves are breaking is just head out to sea. Just get out to sea because you cannot see where the boys are. Get out to sea, then make your decisions as to have I plucked the right line and am I going the right way.
Well, they are spread right out there now, and there is also a Cronulla cap out there. And whether or not that's Daniel McClellan, I'm not really sure. But as you can see there, look how spread out they are. Now, they are all going for the same boy.
Yeah, those two will merge shortly, and the place where you don't want to be is in the middle of them. You know, I mentioned the Vs. There are two Vs. They're about to convert into one. Now, that's a Cronulla competitor on the far right. Just won the belt just earlier on today. Will be very, very fired up. But the other two, they've all got to go. They're all going around. See that red and yellow can in the middle of the buoy? Here's the V.
And see how he changed direction then, Tannen Good. He just sort of did a hard left, didn't he?
Totally changed direction. It looks like a Maroubra cap in there as well, which could be Malcolm Allen. He's a 1996 Olympian, and he's been swimming pretty well here. So Tannen Good really making up for disappointing nationals last year. As we see, they're coming up to this line now for the boys to turn.
Now, the place not to be is in about 10th place right now. So, Grant, you've been there in surf races and when it's been this bunchy. The place not to be is hitting the can in about 10 seconds.
Yeah, and the way I swim, I'm normally in that spot, mate, right where you don't want to be. But I tell you what, no problems with the leaders. McClellan is in reasonably clear water on the outside. There are two Maroubra swimmers in second and third at the moment, chasing that Cronulla competitor. But everybody's around this first turning marker, the red and yellow, reasonably clean. One of the reasons for that, it's not a 90-degree turn. That comes up now as your leader hits the black and white can. So this is when there'll be plenty of action in the middle of the pack.
And this is the place not to be. You're okay here, you're okay, you can still get through. And the important thing is you can get your arms in and you can get your arms out. The place not to be is coming up very shortly. Underneath there, it's just like a washing machine and there's bodies everywhere. It's not a case of biff everybody, it's a case of there's bodies everywhere, you can't get your arms in. Nice place to wash your clothes.
Yeah, the other thing too, Mark, of course, is everybody coming down over your feet, just pushing your feet down. Of course, that's not a very good position to be swimming in. I saw Craig Riddington, I heard you mention him earlier, he's about midfield as he went past, he gave me a yell and a wave, so he's obviously out here just having a good time and happy to be in the final.
Yeah, good to see him back, isn't it?
Certainly is. He was really ill at one stage there with that blood clot he had, but I tell you, there's a big swell for the leaders now.
All right, let's have a look. Waves coming through as Grant Kenny picked it. The first one goes under. They've felt the ocean move, though. They know it's starting to happen, so they'll make sure they get themselves in a position on the bank. And I tell you what, if one comes, there's probably any one of 10 or 12 swimmers could get up and win this. No doubt about that. Malcolm Allen at the moment it is, leading it out from Maroubra, and he is doing a fair job, but they're riding behind him if we start to get a wave to run. Looking out to sea, there is some swell starting to build. There's one behind them now. One behind them. It may have to be a broken wave because these people now are pretty well so far in deep. You'll see some starting to backstroke, trying to have a look. Let's see who can pick it up. Swimming. It's still a bit fat and lazy there, though. They can't get to the next one. The next one, Maroubra should get onto this. Stands up on the bank now. Is it going to fatten out? Yes, the wind. See, the wind has changed conditions here remarkably.
And keep in mind, now top of the screen is Mark Williams. Again, still back in. Mark Williams, very, very good surfer. Mal Allen, good surfer, but a brilliant, brilliant swimmer.
Now, waves appearing again. Have a look at this. Watch them start to stroke up. Is anyone in? Close enough? I don't think so again.
Well, we've seen Malcolm Allen in this position before, and I really hope he does get in the right spot at the right time because he's lost from here before. I hope he can do it.
Well, this one should stand up on the bank. You can see it start to suck up now. Here he goes. He should get this. He should get this. And there's two on. 1, 2, 3 swimmers so far.
Daniel McClellan's in there.
Daniel McClellan and another Cronulla cap. That'll be Tannen Good. And he's dropped off.
Oh. One left.
And Daniel McClellan is milking it for everything that he has.
Daniel McClellan, we talked about the character. His sister just came second, and he's going to take it out. No doubt about that. He'll hoot and holler. He'll let him know he's won it. The little man comes across the bank from Cronulla now. Up goes the arms. He'll do the victory dance. I love him when he wins, this young bloke. How good am I, he says. What about that? I'm number one. There I go. Now let's see who comes second. Tannen Good from Cronulla gets in second, and third, McClellan.
Actually, that was Tannen Good in fourth. It looks like Cameron Gibbs has come up for second. I'm pretty sure it was Cameron Gibbs in second and Malcolm Allen in third.
Well, that now means we had 3 Cronulla caps in the top 4 there.
Yeah, fantastic effort from Cronulla, and may I say I'm from that same area.
Well, we know that's McClellan. Let's have a look. He's won it, no doubt about that. Second, I'm not sure about now. Michael Roberts on the beach.
I've got a very excited Daniel McClellan here. Your sister got second, and you've come through with an exciting win.
Yeah, well, I was surprised. I got a good start and I was around the cans third and caught up to equal second with Tannen and just held my breath on that wave and come through with it. I just can't believe it.
Well, you've milked it all the way home, but you were a bit upset with the course before you started, weren't you?
Yeah, because it seemed that everyone on the right was getting out on the bank. Felt racer had bad luck and just couldn't put it together, but just, you know, I'm so happy, and I'd like to thank my coach, Kevin Nielsen, who's made all this possible for me for the last 10 years. Good on, thanks, Kev.
Tough work, fantastic gold medal, well done.
Thanks a lot.
Now, let's have a look at this body wave again as he comes down. See, there was so many.
That's Tannen Good.
Yeah, well, the Cronulla caps, they've been everywhere all day in the water as far as the swimming events go. Now, he drops off, but look at McClellan. You see, he just gets out in front of that wave.
Well, what he's doing is he's kicking. He's just kicking as hard as he possibly can. There's no wave around him. He's kicking. The wave generated the speed. The speed gave the victory, and that's the glory of it all. Well,
we're all wrong because we get a funny angle from up here in the commentary box. We were right about McClellan winning it. Malcolm Allen from Maroubra did come in second. Congratulations to Malcolm Allen. Tannen Good it was into third place. So first, second and third, Cronulla, Maroubra, Cronulla.